Hey guys, I'm back. Couple things to announce, sort of. First one is that the I lost my name list, and I'm a little upset about that. But the fact of the matter is that since I got it, I've moved 3 times, and within those 3 times of moving, I have somehow lost it. Which, it happens. Whatever. But what that means is that name suggestions are open. So if you want a sim to be named a name that you like in the near future, simply put it in the comments and I'll write it down, and the next baby that's born, I will take a look at the list, and whichever name that I liked best at the time is going to be used. So that's one announcement. The second one is that you might notice that I'm pretty far along in their, they've got it only a few days. They've got 8 days until they age up, and that upsets me, and I'm sorry. But that's because I recorded hours of footage, and that footage has been... I recorded it all and found out that none of them had audio, and that was very upsetting to me. I was very angry at myself because it's kind of a very basic thing to miss. And I know why it happened, and it was something that I shouldn't have overlooked, but I did. And I'm sorry. There's about like 3 hours of footage that you guys didn't see, but to summarize, she is on the level 4 of her career already. She is on level 2 because she spent a lot of her time in exploring. She's been, she's been in Egypt, she's been in China, and things like that. So, so she's got things, from her trips there, and I'm really mad at myself that I lost all that footage. I'm really mad, but essentially, I was gonna go back to China, I think it was. I think I was gonna go to China again, but right now I'm actually thinking about going to France, because we haven't been to France yet. Also, she has the lifetime reward that allows her to go on trips longer. So we're just... actually not yet. Not yet, because I don't like loading screens, and I would have to end the episode when the loading screen came. But let's see. Let's get her a little more poor self. A little more of that. And but yeah, so I basically decided that Jade is gonna be my heiress, but I might not get her married until later on in her life. And I'll tell you why. Because they're already 8 days from aging up, and that's not a lot. Like, I feel like their adulthood is a little short, but I think they need to live out their young adult life a little bit more, since we're not going to university. And man, let me tell you, if I had gone to university and the entire thing had been deleted, I would have been so angry. I would have probably would have stopped playing and just been like, I'm done. I'm done with everything. But luckily that's not what happened. Also, you can probably tell, but I've been using the floor for her street art skills. Because it's easier than just getting caught all the time, and I have a blank basement that no one cares about. Also, I've been thinking about putting this video up on the exchange, so likely by the time that this video goes up, this house will be on the exchange. Also, I just uploaded these two guys onto the exchange as well, so if you want to play as them, they are available for download. Let's see. What do we have for you to do? You don't work today, so let's actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sign you up for dating site. Just out of curiosity, I want to see who's out there. It's likely that I could end up with someone from a different country. That's good. Actually, that doesn't give you much, so let's see, let's browse the profiles first. Well, I would like some young adults, but you know, that aren't related to me. Cedric looks interesting. Rich is a vampire. Calvin is a werewolf. A lot of old men. Let's see. What about women? Kirsten, Holly, Nina, and Carol are related to me. She's not bad. And the reason I'm looking at... There's so many old people in this town. The reason why I'm looking at both men and women, even though she's supposed to be my heiress, is that, is that she, the, Into the Future expansion, I don't know if some of you know this, some might, but, you can do, in the future you can, make like a DNA base, like you can join the DNA of two people, whether they are best friends or spouses, or male and female, or both female or both male. You basically have genetic pardon me. You could basically have genetic children with any two combination of people. So if I decide I want a lesbian heiress, then I will do that. And no one can stop me. Let's do a wall mural. Oh, let's do a ground mural then instead. I wonder why hers are all like tags, while some people, like some Sims that I've had to wall murals are, or like ground murals are like artsy. I wonder if it has to do with her like rebellious sort of. Oh, see, like that. Oh, thank you for posting that memory. I quite enjoyed that. In that 0.5 seconds, I read the whole thing. Also, she's got fairy dust. Why? Because I guess I grabbed some from a fairy at some point. We've had a decent amount of supernaturals in this series. We've had fairies, we've had vampires. We have not, however, had witches or werewolves. Which, no pun intended. Witches would be kind of cool, but they really have no there's no real point to having one if you're not, if like it's not totally. Also, that really bugs me is that they go all the way around to eat food. Like, you have a table right here, you have a stool right here, like bar stools right here. I don't know, it bugs me. But yeah, there's, if you're not gonna really dedicate your time to it, there's really no point. And I'm not really in. I don't generally have the patience for doing many things besides just I'm trying to figure out the way to describe it well. I don't have the patience to do anything that isn't like that I have to dedicate a lot of time to, especially in things like a legacy where I have to control multiple people. So that was probably the best way to put it. It's actually a miracle that I'm dedicating this much time to Ruby, because she has her career as a ghost hunter, and every time she goes to work, I have to like go with her so she actually does her job. That was quick. Who on earth is that? Oh, that's our. I guess that's our maid. I had no idea our maid would have a funny hat. She's got to work in 4 hours, which is fine. No, you're not working out for 6 hours straight. Let's see. No. What can you do? I guess practice some chess. Because why not? While she's waiting for her carpool. Also, I purposely lost relationship with their dang freaking imaginary friends. So they'd stop begging to come out, but apparently that hasn't helped. What are you doing? You need to take deep breaths. I haven't really had had experience with that armoire, or whatever they call it, the vanity. Buy ice cream. I haven't bought my Sims ice cream in a while. Actually not, because, faking you out, because you have to go to work soon. Alright, let's see. Go there. You need to meet your team members. Alright. Also, one of the reasons why I was kind of really mad about losing all that footage is because I had a very long... I spoke at length about ghosts and possessions and, how I honestly do believe in spirits and that kind of stuff, like how like if you die in a violent way that your spirit wouldn't be at rest, or in some way that you would get attached to something earthly. And hauntings, you know, that kind of stuff. It seems to me that it makes sense, you know. I guess just to me. But, you know. And like I'm not gonna call anyone stupid for not believing. But I don't know. It's a very personal thing, I feel like. Like whether you believe or not is kind of it's something that you don't. You know, I did this house before. Oh, she gets another medal. Gee. But yeah, sure. Yeah, it's I totally forgot what I was saying. And some of it can be based on personal experience, you know? I will say that I have had at least one paranormal experience, but it was when I was really young, so by all means it could have just been my imagination, but it's kind of hard to imagine that kind of thing, you know? It's very, very, I don't know, it's frightening, and it's not something that you'd like, you know? Or that you'd want to have. I remember my friend, she used to work at a haunted hotel. And it was, granted, it was just rumors that it was haunted. You don't you don't have to believe everything you hear about a haunted place, because some of them are real, some of them are just people saying that it's haunted and it's not. But my friend worked at an allegedly haunted hotel, and she was like, "Oh my god, I really," because she was a big fan of the show Ghost Hunters, and so was I for quite a while. And to be fair, some of it can be scripted. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't, or that anything that they do is real, but she was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait! Like, I want to have a paranormal experience. Like, I wanna see a ghost, or I wanna be, like, or you know, feel a ghost, like get, like, like some, like a ghost grab me or something like that." And she was telling that to her friend, her coworker, and said, and said that, and her coworker looks at her and says, "No, you don't." Like, you think you do until it happens, and then you don't. You don't want to do that. Go home. That doesn't use a lot of... But, yeah, like, it's... And finally she did have a paranormal experience while she was working there. She felt someone, like, pull her hair, when she wasn't... when there was nobody around her. And she admitted, she's like, "I wish it hadn't happened. I wish, I wish I could still say that I thought that it wasn't real. But, you know, it's, because it's scary, you don't want to think that anything else is there that you can't see." Okay. And then when she wakes up, I'm gonna take her to France. Travel services. Travel. Love Day is here. That's great. I'm leaving. Oh, most of the stuff I did in Egypt, by the way, was like stuff that like Jason had already done. So you didn't really miss much in Egypt. Wake up, I want to go to France. I'm not going to the Spring Festival. Oh, great. Yeah, I'll do that eventually. But, first eat that, and then, I guess, travel. France, 6 days. Let's do it. Yep. Oh, something happened up here. Oh yeah, ending the episode. I'll see you guys in France.